Hello and welcome to episode 79 of the DaebakCast. This is a weekly podcast where the three of us come together each week to talk about K-pop and whatever's current in the industry. This week we have 1/3 album reviews, kind of, depending on how you consider it.
Yeah.
It's kind of three, I guess.
It's going to be three topics,
albums.
so it's three reviews.
Yeah, so 3 mini albums. SHINee episode, so look forward to that. Then after that, we're going to be ranking our top 10 singles of the year so far. So, yeah. Without further ado, as always, I'm joined by Nate.
Still, I have romantic in my heart. I just got my SHINee light stick today. It was perfect timing.
Yeah, official Shawwell status.
It is the official SHINee light stick. So I'm very happy. As always, join our Discord and our Facebook group and our eventual Reddit that we'll never set up because we're really bad at doing things like that.
And Discord is lit. Seriously.
But yeah, come hang out in Discord. It's pretty active. If you're a new listener because you checked us out after the Kevin episode or whatever, yeah, just come talk to us, talk to the rest of our fans.
Yep, come on there, tell us why we're horrible people.
Yeah, exactly. we're very active, and we will tell you why you're wrong that you think we're horrible people.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, also as always, I'm joined by Andrew, who usually has 3 things.
So, I ordered this like a month ago, but it is the 50-second single of AKB48, also known as Teacher, and it's backwards
Teacher.
It's backwards on this thing, whatever. Anyway, so I've fallen into a deep hole, and I don't think I can get out. So basically, how AKB48 albums work is they release like 3 or 4 or 5 different versions, and it's like so. What they do with each of the singles is each of the different versions comes with a different B-side track.
That's so evil.
So basically how they do it is like there's one main single, which is like the main group, another one which is like another group, and then because you know how like AKB has like 5 different groups inside of it, or like 5 different teams or whatever.
Yeah.
So they'll have like one B-side or one version will have this like Team K, and then the other version will have Team 8, the other version will have Team A, and basically, yeah, you if you want every single version, you have to buy all 4, or like physically, you have to buy all 4 or 5.
How much does each single cost?
It's like, I don't know, it was like, I bought it off their official store, it was like $20, but it...
Or in Japan, it's probably $10.
Yeah, it's probably cheap, and what makes it even worse... They have this special theater edition with a special B-side track that you can only get if you go to the AKB theater, or if you go to the SKE theater. Like if you go to any of like the group theaters, they have a special version that you can only get there.
I want to see the library of the world's biggest AKB fan.
They probably have.
Did you see like all of their singles?
No. Haven't you heard of those stories? Because remember, each of these CDs comes with either like for the election, it's either a voting like code or it's an event.
Oh yeah, the people who buy like 100 of them.
Yeah, there's people that buy like 1,000 CDs and they just leave them all on the ground. That's why, like, at least like,
God.
Yeah, I mean, the
so
market's kind of flooded.
All you have to do is just go next to the store and wait for somebody to buy those, and then pick
basically.
One up.
Yeah, because I'm not that interested in meeting them as much as I am in actually collecting the CDs. So
yeah.
That would be a nice thing if we actually get to go to the AKB like the theater and then just get to buy a theater edition of the CDs.
Yeah, while we're over in the east, the far east.
Number 2,
Land of the Rising Sun.
Yep, yeah. Land of the Rising Sun.
Japan.
Number 2, sorry England, you kind of choked it away in extra time there. Oh no. Yeah, sorry, football's not coming home. But hey, it's nice to see a tiny country like Croatia is in the World Cup final. That's crazy. So I honestly I don't care who wins between them or France. It's gonna be an awesome final. Just in general, this World Cup's been amazing. Definitely like it's the most exciting World Cup that I've been following as long as I've been following soccer. And number 3, last night from when I recorded this, I saw GOT7, and it was amazing. And Jackson took his shirt off, and Bam Bam flipped the water bottle.
I did see the flipping the water bottle clip.
Oh yes, is that the one you said was the best performance of the night?
Yeah.
I was wondering what was even going on in that video.
No, he flipped the water bottle and it landed straight up.
Because they basically, like, they're walking off as, like, there's, like, oh, it's a goodbye and everything. They finish the encore, and it's like, oh, wait. He got every single camera person to focus on him, and he's like, I have to do this before I leave. He flips the water bottle, he lands it, and then Jackson just takes all of and just pours it on himself. They're so extra. Oh, man. And also, like, it's
One
like,
in America.
the green, like the sea of green light sticks was incredible. And remember, keep in mind, this is a Wednesday night, like I guess it's summer, but yeah, it was like a Wednesday night, and like there's a lot of people, like it sold out basically. So it got 7. I mean, I saw them in 2016 at the PlayStation Theater, and now to see them in Barclays Center was pretty awesome, just to see like how big they've gotten now. So, and that wraps up my 3 things.
Yes.
Sorry, it may have looked like I wasn't paying attention, but I'm doing something special for topic 4.
Okay. Why are you doing it now?
Because I needed preparation. Okay.
All right. So, anyways,
you'll be happy.
I'm Jacob. # no blow note, and we can get right into the reviews.
Yes, I'm good now.
Nate, if you can multitask.
I'm good now. No, we're all set. Once we get to topic 4, you'll see what the hell I was doing. Okay. Topic 1 is SHINee, The Story of Light, Episode 1, or EP1, depending on how they wanted to abbreviate it. I don't know which one it's supposed to be.
I don't know if it's it just says EP, or it just says like EP, but who knows? Just as a preface for this, I'm not going to be scoring this album just because I feel like I don't think I could really give like a critical or objective review on this, because yeah, I mean, like, obviously in the aftermath of Junghyun's passing, it's still kind of hits way too close to home for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love the album, obviously, but and I'm not gonna give it like a perfect score or whatever. But yeah, I just didn't want to give like a official like number grade to it. You guys are still gonna rate it though, so I mean, you'll just give it a SHINee anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's SHINee gets to SHINee, so
it'd be a travesty if we didn't give them. So anyway,
okay. First song is All Day, All Night. And it's got super funky synth bass line, and like crazy instrumentals. Like the chorus is like super busy for this song, and there's like just all these weird sound effects throughout the song. Also, I thought it did a really good job of using like stereo, because there are a couple parts where they used it pretty well. I liked it.
This song is actually, out of all 3 album, or all 3 like minis, this is probably my favorite.
Oh really?
Yeah, because this is basically,
it's definitely hype.
It's basically what Jonghyun was doing on She Is, like the future bass type of sound.
Definitely his style.
Yeah, so I was kind of like, ever since I heard that, I was like, I was always wondering how it'd sound like with the rest of SHINee, and like, yeah, my suspicions were correct. It sounds amazing with the whole group. I mean, it's a very interesting mix hearing like future bass like this, but with like the typical sort of like SHINee, like heavy group vocalization harmony type of thing, but works very well. I was surprised at like how much I like this. Like honestly, I wish this was a single. Like I wish it could totally be a single. I think the entire first album you could put. You can make singles out of, and just like,
probably like literally any song on all 3.
That's true.
Yeah, in my opinion, I could go for any of them. Yeah, to be honest.
But another thing that was really interesting is that like each different album had sort of a different, I guess, genre. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like for I'll stick with this one. Yeah, this one is basically the electronic album, and that's how I basically sort of labeled it as a general sort of thing.
Yeah, the third one didn't as much. But, well, yeah, I guess it kind of
First one, this...
First and the second one definitely
Episode 1 is electronic. Episode 2 is tropical. Episode 3 is ballad.
Well, yeah, Episode 3 is like R&B ballad mix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually really like this song. I like the beat. It's nice. It's fun. I also like that in the chorus, it's almost like they're shouting the chorus, which I thought was kind of fun. So... yeah, I like the song a lot.
That's kind of a thing that they repeated, or it was kind of a recurring thing. I don't know. I mean, SHINee's kind of known for like the whole group sort of thing, but I feel like
Well, I mean, that's kind of something they share with SNSD is that like one of their big like trademarks is the group vocals.
Yeah, and I mean, it kind of feels like that's sort of a conscious decision for them to sort of rely on that because they're missing someone. So yeah, they kind of have to make up for the vocals anyway. And I'm surprised. Yeah. Or I'm actually just really interested to like in the background of because the production of this album because they were. It's no surprise that they were probably working on this before Jonghyun passed. So it's interesting to see, or it'll be interesting to see like just how much like it took for them to sort of like rearrange the songs with 4 members in mind, or just like redo line distribution and all that sort of stuff. Because I'm sure they had a lot of this done already. Because I know they were supposed to come back a lot sooner than like June. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we might have mentioned this during the Jonghyun special episode, but I think that they were talking. We might have been talking about how there were rumors that they were supposed to like debut like before not debut. They were supposed to have a new album come back like early.
I don't remember, but I know that we already knew about Jonghyun's album coming out.
Yeah, that was
that we knew.
Like
about.
that was like we were getting like announcements and stuff about it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but again, I'm just surprised that they were able to pull all of this off despite like the circumstances and in such short notice, especially.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of this stuff was already worked on. They just had to rearrange lines and stuff. Next we have "Good Evening," which is the title track. This is very much reminiscent of "View." Maybe a little more melancholy version of it, I feel like. I really like the drop because the verses are really minimalist, and then the drop really adds a lot to it. I also think the rap bridge might be like one of their best bridges. Like it's really good.
Like SHINee and rapping, you don't really think.
Like Minho's not known for being a rap god.
Yeah,
but it's pretty good in this song.
Yeah. I thought the choreo is really good. It's definitely very inspired by Move. You could tell like Taemin had a lot of input into it.
Most of it's chair choreography. I love Brave Girls. I'm just glad nobody fell off the chair or anything.
They're not wearing heels like Brave Girls.
That's true, but I mean, like, there's that one part where they step on top of it. I'm like, oh no, please.
Yeah. And then for the music video, I thought it was a more creative version of box sets, with like a mixture of like woods, them like running through some woods. So I thought it was a good MV.
I was surprised this wasn't done by London Noise because it sounded.
Honestly, I figured it was like when I listened to it, but it was somebody else.
Yeah, it was done by a different production team. I forget. Oh, it's somewhere in the.
It's like a ton of people.
One of those like 80 people produced the song.
Yeah. So it's interesting that you mentioned View because I got a lot of like Four Walls vibes from this. So again, like we were talking about the panel where like it was supposed to be switched around.
Ryan John.
Yeah. So
everyone's just like, what?
So again, I enjoyed this song.
That might be our most interacted with tweet ever.
Yeah, because freaking Jeff Benjamin like blew us up. So
yeah, exactly.
So again, anything electronic, especially from SHINee, I'm gonna love. Like View is one of my favorite songs from them. So again, I like the more electronic take that they're having on just the entire sort of album because like it's interesting to see how you can get different sort of sounds from SHINee, or when they kind of go like, because they had like the retro one, like they had like retro on One of One, and then like View with like odd, like they. It's interesting to see how they're able to sort of like morph that sound into sort of, I guess, different time periods, I guess. And I mean, I'd actually say that could apply to the albums as well, because I mean, I'd say maybe like 1 and 2 are a bit more modern, and I feels like the third one's a lot more like throwback, back to the roots. Yeah, definitely. So again, it's so interesting to see just like the progression of their sound. Like obviously SHINee in 2018 sounds nothing like they did like back like in the early like 2000 like the late like imagine that group trying to do that now. So yeah, obviously I love
they'd kill it.
And I guess just sort of speaking on like the imagery of the music video, like all the music videos, like I think just the motif that they have is like the fox, like you see it on the album covers.
It's on the album cover too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe it's like sort of representation of Jonghyun or something like that, because it's sort of like they're sort of following him in like the second music video that they release or whatever. I don't know. It's just an interesting motif that they're sort of bringing along with it. And also there's like one scene where they had like the screenshot I have is they have like an empty chair for him or whatever. So yeah, like they played a lot with the imagery of the music video.
Yeah, and they do that through all three.
So for me, I think this actually is probably my favorite song out of everything, other than maybe another one. But I definitely think they chose the right title track for this because it's fun. It's a nice dance track. I actually like the music video a lot for it, even though it's it's pretty basic SM or whatever, old SM.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think it's actually refreshing nowadays because they don't do it anymore.
Exactly. We like it when they go back to it because it's like the nostalgia.
It's so funny because way back when everyone used to just roast the hell out of SM for having box set every time.
The box, yeah.
Those were good days. But I really like this song. I think the chorus is super catchy with the Teriroga or the Negeroga. I like that part. So
yeah, it's actually funny. Slight spoilers. This makes my top 10, but it's not even. It's my third favorite song on this album. So like, that's how good and how much I love this album. Like all the songs on these albums is like if our top 10 wasn't just singles, like it would probably be all SHINee album tracks or like more than half SHINee album tracks. Next is my actual favorite song on this album, Undercover. It's just this really low-key electronica song. I'm gonna steal Jacob's synesthesia for a second, and it's like you're like underwater, like going through molasses. It's just like this very slow, relaxing.
Yeah, because they got like the
sound.
heavy lo-fi sort of thing going on. Yep. Like all of these sound effects are filtered, so it sounds a bit muffled.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, if I were to do the synesthesia thing, it'd be like very small waves crashing.
Yeah,
crashing
exactly.
over.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, I loved this song. It's just so interesting sounding and relaxing at the same time.
It's an interesting mix of sort of deep house elements with future bass in the chorus, and then kind of like the sort of like drum beats, kind of very Latin inspired, just sort of like short staccato like hits and that sort of thing. So obviously future bass, gotta love this song. Love the echoey sort of soundscape that they build for this track. Again, another song that I feel could have been a music video for it. So yeah.
Yep. This is I'm gonna just say this about everything pretty much. Like this is another one I really liked a lot. Yeah. But the beat in this actually really stood out to me. Thought it sounded pretty interesting. Like it's weird because it sounds like I've heard it somewhere before. At the same time, it feels new. It's kind of like a weird feeling, I guess. I don't know, but I really like the boop 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 boo.
I think the mix of familiarity and just like unfamiliarity is that we're used to like the style of chorus that SHINee does. It's just not necessarily in the context of like this type of, again, this is the stuff that Jonghyun was doing before he had a chance to bring it into like the fold with SHINee. Like they're progressing towards this. Like with View definitely was like a step towards that. So
yeah, View and
I mean, Married to the Music.
Tell me what to do kind of was as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, they were taking steps toward this. So you can definitely you could definitely see like follow the progression that they were making in terms of this style of music.
Yep. Next is Jump, cover of the Van Halen song.
That's one.
But no, this is like an upbeat house song. I really like the vocals. There's like a lot of different techniques and like vocal effects that they use throughout the song that made them like really stand out in my opinion. Also in the Jump on You part they use vocal fry and I was very happy.
Oh my god. You and vocal fry.
Jump.
Well, because he jumps on you, like the way Key says you, he like uses vocal fry at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really imitate it as well.
But yeah,
I liked it.
This is another song I really enjoyed. Love the Deep House. I thought it was gonna be London. Where are they? Why aren't they working on SHINee? Like they were kind of synonymous with SHINee. It's at one point or another. So I guess, but yeah, it's very much like that. It's very much a Deep House type of track. So obviously, gotta enjoy it. Works well with it definitely. I'm surprised they didn't jump into Deep House like earlier than they did in their career, because it's very much married to the sort of like sound and image that they have. So yeah, it's a song that works perfectly. And again, another song that could totally be a title track or have an MV.
Yeah, I like my favorite part about this song was that they were like singing in a lower key than the other songs. I like that they're going with sort of more of like a lower aesthetic for their voices, which I think is kind of interesting as far as like, you know, mixing it up.
Yeah, just side note, I'm looking at London Noise's like credits, and they really haven't been doing much lately. They did like so many songs. Like in 2015 and 2016, they did like 50 songs, and then 2017 they did no total. 2017 they only did like 7 songs, and this year they've only done 2, which is Touch and Blackheart.
Weird.
Like, so I don't know why they just haven't been doing much lately.
London Noise, please hit us up. Tell us what you're doing.
Is that total, or is it like
this
just
is
K-pop?
Just K-pop.
Production, just K-pop, yeah. So they might just be doing stuff
other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, no, they have a list here of others, and they haven't done anything since 2016. So unless this isn't as extensive as it should be,
maybe they're
Wikipedia
producing
page.
an entire album for someone.
Yeah, I don't know. SNSD album.
Who knows? Yeah, a London Noise SNSD album. Let's do it.
Okay, moving on to You and I, or Annyeong.
It's a cover. Actually, no, it's a mashup of the AILE, IU, Park Bomb.
There's so many
Bomb.
songs
I
with
was
You and
about
I would say IU is the one I think of when I hear You and I. But then also any song named Annyeong, which I'm sure there's a billion of.
Yeah, TTS is the one I think of there.
Yeah. But yeah, this is their ballad. It's like really minimalistic and dreamy. It's probably the second favorite song on the album, actually. But
the whole album
SHINee
or
ballads
the EP?
The EP. I did my favorites based on the EP. So for this one, for me, it goes Undercover, You and I, Good Evening, and then I didn't really choose the other two. But
okay.
But yeah, I liked it a lot.
Wait, so question.
What?
Do all of these EPs have a physical release, or are they doing?
Yes.
All three, there's a physical for each, and I'm sure there's gonna be a bundle whenever they repackage it as one.
If they release the bundle, I'll buy that.
I think
and I'll also buy
I think it's gonna be
time.
like it's gonna be exactly like Misconceptions. Like they're gonna do a repackaged bundle,
and it's gonna
where
be
it'll just be the story of Light.
It's gonna make some really cool cover art or something,
And probably be like 20 songs or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, not much else to say.
That would make sense.
Not much else to say for me on this. Yeah, obviously, like very sort of chill ballady type track. I don't know. I'd say it's the only one that sort of stood out, or it's kind of like the black sheep among the other songs, just because they're like really super like electronic or like house, and then just ballad.
Yeah. This song I actually liked a lot. This would be one that I'm gonna put on my study playlist. So
okay, just chill out.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of their best ballads.
Oh, I think one of their best ballads is later, in album 3. But
yes.
Well, yeah. I don't know this. Yeah. So we good? Jacob, you good then?
Yep.
Okay. So rankings 10 out of 10. Easy.
Yep. 10 out of 10.
So
So we're good.
No further elaboration needed.
No.
I think everything
seriously,
about this
it's
album's
fantastic.
perfect.
If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it.
Considering this came out like a month ago.
I wouldn't listen to
more than a
each
month
EP
ago.
like I wouldn't listen to each EP like on their own. What I do is put all 3 of them in a playlist and listen to them in order.
Yeah, no, I listen to
actually,
all at the same time.
so like usually I listen to stuff when we're reviewing for the first time as I review it and like take notes. For this, I literally just put all 3 together on iTunes and did nothing. Like I didn't look at my phone. I just had my eyes closed the whole time and listened to all 3 in a row. And I thought that was a really good way to experience it. I just wanted my full attention to be on it. So yeah. Topic 2, which is SHINee. Story of Light, episode 2 or EP 2.
Episode 2.
Or
I like it.
Well, yeah.
Attack of the
It could be.
Clones.
It could be. Episode
they could.
2,
They could be episode. That's what we were saying. Like I don't. You must have been not paying attention last part when Andrew and I had this conversation.
It's definitely episode.
It's either episode or EP. It could be either.
I like episode. I guess.
I like
think that's
episode as well.
A better idea.
Okay, episode 2, also known as the Tropical House episode.
Yeah, it's the Tropical House.
So I'm just gonna rate it right here. 10 out of 10. Who would have thought? 12 out of 10. 15 out of 10.
Guess who worked on the music?
Wait, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We didn't get to the song.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I haven't even introduced the song. I'm just saying the album's a 20 out of 10 because it's a Tropical House SHINee album.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on.
Title track is "I Want You." So as I said, Tropical House album. The title track is Tropical House, and it might be the best Tropical House song in K-pop, in my opinion.
Better than
by
all of
Esna.
Card.
Huh?
Yes,
Produced-
Esna.
Produced by Esna. Yep.
Yeah, worked on this.
I thought their group vocals are amazing throughout the song. I love the Card shout out because they say "Oh Nana."
Not everything is a Card shout out.
Just believe it's a Card.
They're
It's a Card
definitely
shout out.
shouting out Card. They're doing Tropical House and they say "Oh Nana." That's definitely Card shout out. But no, seriously, like the choreo's great. I really like the use of color in the MV. There's a lot of like warm colors, a lot of pinks and oranges. And then the music video is kind of just like a continuation of Good Evening, where they're like going through the woods again and they find like a well. Other than that, none of it really made that much
like
sense.
An acid trip or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
But no, yeah, this is also on my top 10 list, but it also isn't the favorite song on the album even,
What the heck
which is
is wrong with
crazy. Which we'll get to later. But I loved it.
So yeah, I'm guessing this is probably going to be Nate's favorite album because it's all tropical of the 3, and then the first episode was easily my favorite. So, but obviously, love this one. God, I don't know. I never imagined SHINee doing Tropical House. At first, I don't know. It's just it works surprisingly well with them, though. I guess just because again, like I feel like the group vocals definitely again really carry the song in terms of how it works well. And I'm glad that this song had a lot more choreography than Good Evening did, because again, Good Evening was mostly just doing stuff with the chairs, but this is actually this is
it was
more of an
basically
actual
like
choreography.
recreating Move on chairs.
Yeah,
that's what it
basically.
was.
Yeah, so I'd song wise, I think I'd still put Good Evening over this slightly. It's like 1A, 1B.
It's the same situation for me.
1C, but yeah,
Not for me, obviously, but who would have thought?
Yeah, because Tropical House.
yeah.
Exactly.
Music videos in a cool like 4:3 aspect ratio. Again, like the color palettes. The first or Good Evening used a lot of green, but this one used a lot more like pink, whereas like the third one's I guess just absence of color sort of things. Again, very interesting to see like the sort of cinematography that they're using for this.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, just another excellent title. I wonder how much music they were sitting on for them to consider doing like 3 title tracks or 3
releases
MVs
in a month.
because I mean, especially with SM, like where they're just like it's like clockwork. Basically, you don't really see many of their artists releasing multiple music videos for a project like this. So
it could be maybe that since it is kind of a special case that SM allowed them to have a lot more resources than normal.
Yeah, because this is not cheap. Like putting the three physical like packaged like releases, 3 high budget music videos, 3 like separate promotions and everything. Like they no expense was spared in this release whatsoever.
I think they allowed it because A, this obviously the special situation, and B, because of that situation, people are going to buy it.
And
it's also their 10th anniversary this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. I mean, that's a huge milestone.
SHINee's a huge group, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that they'd be willing to put this much resources.
Only took 10 years to get an official light stick.
Jacob,
where's Red Velvet's? Come on.
Where's SNSDs?
Yeah, where's SNSDs even more?
At least Red Velvet has
never
like
get that.
The feather duster or whatever.
All right. Anyways, with I Want You, I think I still put Good Evening over it, like Andrew said as well, but again, only like slightly. But yeah, I really like the song. It's a nice, it's like a summer song, I guess, as far as the vibe goes, because obviously Tropical House, can't go wrong with that in the summer. Yeah. One thing I did notice it was a nice song to drive home to. So yeah.
Good driving song, yeah, definitely.
Okay, next we have Chemistry, which is another Tropical House
More
song.
Tropical House.
This is a much more like driving beat to it. So if that makes sense. I feel like I Want You is a little more laid back. But yeah, they're both definitely Tropical House songs. And surprise, I liked it.
Yeah, this one was alright. It's more of a sort of like reggaeton electronic fusion aspect to it. Yeah, so yeah, it was enjoyable. Not much else. I really don't have much else to say about this album because honestly, it's just like it's Tropical House is becoming the next It's a Ballad for me.
It'll never be that for me.
It's Tropical House
because they sound very similar. So
yeah, they do.
Jacob,
one day we have to come up with a song. It's a Tropical House ballad.
Yeah, is that possible? Can you actually do
House ballad?
Is it even possible to do Tropical House ballad, like reggaeton ballad type song? I don't know.
Someone.
If you make music, please let us know.
Let us know. Figure it out.
Actually, send us a Tropical House ballad song.
Yes, please.
And we will review it.
And I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
So for this song is also sort of like in the league with Good Evening and I Want You for me. I really, really love like how like hype and sort of like uplifting the chorus sounds in this song. I think the sort of the beats throughout work pretty good. Yeah, it's a well done Tropical House
actually,
song, so.
We were just talking about it, but to be honest, the last song on the album kind of is a Tropical House ballad. But we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Anything else, Jacob?
No other thoughts.
Nope. Okay. Next we have Electric.
It's electric.
Which is literally Electric Shock 2. Like the way they say electric, you could straight up mix them.
Wait, Jacob, were you alive for the electric slide?
Yes, we had to learn how to do that in gym class.
Why did we have to learn the electric slide for fucking gym class?
What?
That was a thing. That was instead of like when I was in like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, instead of doing like actual like exercise, we learned how to do the electric slide.
That was not a thing for me.
Yeah, we had to do that too. It was weird. Did you also do the thing with the parachute?
No. Well, yeah, one time, but then no, we had to. We mostly did the stuff with like the seat rolling things or whatever.
I remember both of those things. I don't remember having to do the electric slide.
Yeah, we had to do electric slide, square dancing.
Have I finally done something that's outdated you?
God.
I'm usually on your side of the spectrum, Nate, but
I don't know.
Anyway.
Okay. But yeah, this is like a funky, SHINee sounding version of Electric Shock, to be honest. It really is. It just really reminded me of it.
They gotta have another song called Shock, and then they make
and then
Electric Shock, Electric plus Shock.
Make the Clue Note version of it. And then they could call it like power plant or something.
Well, with the thing
Power
is,
plant,
Note,
electric
Sherlock,
plus shock.
Electric Shock Pikachu. I don't know, something.
Call it a song called
SHINee
Pikachu.
making a song called Pikachu. I could see that happening. Just like
God.
Pokemon Company throwing millions of dollars out to make a song for us.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's interesting to see. Or again, I guess I'm in similar territory as you, Nate, where you're getting like electric shock vibes. Yeah, this is definitely like some 2010s, early 2010s SHINee, like Lucifer era-esque. Like again, just sort of that type of like, I don't know, sexy vibe to it. That's basically what, like, sexy and long hair is what I think of whenever I think of the early
Oh, SHINee. Or do you mean? Oh, okay. I was thinking of long-haired Taemin when you said that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
When he looked like a girl. During,
That's
Sherlock.
literally yeah. It's so. We're such a far cry from like back when they basically almost all look like the girls, and everyone still loved them all the same. The thing I love the most about this track, I'd say, is just the sort of riff that they have, or the sort of just like emptiness of the verses, like where it's just like duh 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 electric, and again, it's definitely it sounds like an interpolation of Electric Shock in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Jacob.
All right, sorry, I was reading something. Anyways, this is. I'm gonna keep saying this about everything. This is one of my favorite songs in the album. One of my favorite parts actually about the song is like right before it goes and the drop just goes electric in like the really robotic voice. Yeah. I thought that was cool. Also, I think Taemin's vocals sound really great in this song. So, yeah.
I'm surprised at how well all of them carry the vocals. Just in general with like the entire album.
Yeah. Though I guess then again, they are an SM group, so everybody can sing fairly well.
Yeah, they definitely more than make up for everything. So yeah, it's
yeah.
Again, we're sort of like, I don't know, some other groups losing a member would sort of change the sound too much. If anything, yeah, it definitely feels like they're sort of like they were going along the same sort of lines that they were before. It doesn't sound too weird.
Yeah,
without Jonghyun.
Next we have Drive, and this is my favorite song on this album, or this part.
This episode.
Everything about the song I love. The guitar part during the verses, the drum and like electric guitar part that come in during the pre-chorus, like very like pop rock sounding. The synth line before the chorus is really, really good. And then like the chorus is piano heavy for like, I don't know, just everything about the song was like made for me basically.
Yep.
It's got like pop rock elements, it's got like piano focused chorus, like crazy synths, like I don't know. So this is easily my favorite song. Probably my favorite song on all three of them total.
Okay. Yeah, I like this one mostly for the vocal chopping, but otherwise, I literally just wrote Tropical House with guitars. That's like literally.
Who would have thought I loved it?
That's literally like every single song on here is like Tropical House.
You should have just wrote like Nate's favorite song.
That
should have been your notes. Like, you could have figured
guitars.
That out.
Yeah, it's just like your favorite song combined with like vocal chopping, which is like easily one of my favorite elements in music. So yeah.
So I like the song as well. Again, one of my favorite songs in the album.
Every song is gonna be your favorite.
Every
Jacob,
song.
that's not how favorites work.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is how it works now.
Understand the concept.
This is how it works now. This is SHINee. Anyways, one thing that I really love about this song is how much like when it drops into the chorus, it like opens up the sound space a lot using the synth chords, like just the dun, dun. Like that is something that I sort of, I guess I wish they did on a certain Twice song that just came out.
Yo, why are you throwing shade already? Come on.
I love Dance the Night Away. Side note.
Foreshadowing for releases.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I like this song a lot.
Trademark Jacob.
Yep.
That's gonna be.
'Cause
That's another shirt.
anything.
That's another
I don't know.
shirt. We should
like
have
the
a
song a
quote
lot.
that just I like this song a lot, and it's just a Jacob like
Yeah.
dash Jacob.
Well, I like straight ass.
Straight ass. Dead ass.
I was
It's
going
straight up or
ass.
dead ass, dude. Pick
Straight
a
up.
word.
Anyways, straight
Dead
up, like
up.
I don't know anything about music theory, so like all I do is like, yeah,
So
I
you
like
just-
this song.
Yeah, I like this song. No, I feel sometimes I feel the same way because I'm just like I don't know what to say about this song, but it's a good song. I like it. Okay, finally we have Who Waits for Love, and like I said earlier, this is as close as you can
Tropical
get
House
to a
Ballad.
tropical house ballad. It really is, to be honest. Like it is tropical house, but it's on the slower side. And it's just got like the acoustic guitar line throughout it. Yeah, I liked it. Surprise.
This is the song that's probably the most reminiscent of Card for me. Just how it's structured, like like how they sort of, I guess, sort of the balance that they have between the vocal parts of the verses and then just having a rap section in the second verse. It's surprisingly Card, but which I wouldn't expect from SHINee, but again, it works surprisingly well. I'd say this is my second favorite behind I Want You. Maybe like 1A 1B situation again, but I enjoyed this one a lot.
Yeah, I definitely see the parallels to like a song that Card would do. Honestly, I could see them like doing like a cover of this song and it wouldn't seem out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is again one of my favorite songs on the album.
We're having so much fun with this reviews. It's great.
Anyways, move on. Let's move on.
So yeah, overall ratings for this album,
11 out of 10.
800 out of 10. No, obviously 10 out of 10 for me. Tropical House, SHINee.
Like-
what could go wrong?
Yep.
I guess to rank it against, I'd say this would easily, like, it's kind of being picky, but I'd say I'd put this one like, maybe as the least favorite of the three, just because I liked 1 and 3 so much, or like episode 1 was easily my favorite, but yet I'd say I'd rank it 1, 3, 2.
I can't really choose, to be honest. I like them all so much. It's
2
weird.
is obviously my favorite, but they're all insanely
Well,
good. Like,
again, 1's obviously my favorite because it's all like it's all like feature based in electronic music, so that's the one that's gonna draw my attention the most. But I do like I kind of wish more artists would do this, where they sort of maybe just do
Concept albums.
Yeah, concept albums where
Yeah.
it's sort of like a different genre between each. I mean, like, because I guess K-pop sort of or pop music sort of in a unique situation where I guess you're not really beholden to necessarily one genre of music, a la like I don't know, like a rock band or whatever. You're just stuck in like alternative or metal or whatever. So I'd like to see this idea sort of proliferate more often, just because again, like sort of space it out. So I guess so that. Because if you just put out a 15 album track and be like, enjoy, I don't think people would appreciate some tracks like, I don't know, like Electric as much as they would if it just get lost in the noise of like the other songs, especially.
Yeah. You know what? Who I think this sort of like structure for an album would suit a lot is Red Velvet.
Yeah, I was thinking
the red and the
thing.
velvet side. Like first one's red, then the second one's like in between, and then the third one's velvet or something like that.
I'm so surprised they never thought of that yet, because they were like hammering the concept of there being like two different. I mean, I guess Blackpink does the same thing too, where they have two different concepts, like so to speak. Yeah, so I'm surprised neither of them have sort of addressed it or done albums that way. I mean, it's understandable. It's understandable for like maybe like
because like what you could have is
barely has one album worth of music.
Blackpink doesn't release music, so.
Yeah, that's true. But I think like for Red Velvet, like the first one would be like the red as far as the album goes. And the second one's like the velvet, and then the third one is like perfect red velvet, where it's kind of in between.
It's like a mix. So again, I hope this sort of sparks a trend with how SM releases albums, or just how like people
Take
release
notes,
albums
SM.
in general. Because
we want more MVs.
Because SHINee's been doing all of this sort of like concept or combination album stuff since, again, Misconceptions.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's in my opinion, it's like that's all Jonghyun. Like,
Yeah.
he was like the very first artist from
Yeah,
SM to be able to get artistic freedom on his music.
He was clearly he was the visionary behind just sort of the direction that SHINee went through, and I'm glad that despite his loss or despite his passing, that they're still able to sort of continue and further that vision. And yeah, it shows. All 3 albums are basically just like a huge love letter to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, for crying out loud, like, Tableau is even, like, when, I think it was when She Is came out, he was like, this is a true artist.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, because he would fight for that creative control. And again, if you've followed K-pop for as long as we have, you know that it's
way back when, that was not as common as it was
creative
today.
control. Like, no part as an idol, as a K-pop idol, like no part of your life is in your control. Ultimately, how do you look, what you eat, where you live, like what you're doing, how like what your like schedule is, what kind of music you release, that you're. Yeah, so basically all of that's just like in the hands of like your label or other people, but. Yeah, it was. I'd say it was a really important milestone for them just to be able to gain that level of control over their music.
Mm-hmm. Jacob, you give it a 10 out of 10?
Yep.
Okay. Moving on to topic 3, which is the story
Episode 3.
Episode 3 review.
This is the ballad album or the emotional album.
Yeah, R&B ballad emotional album.
The one that makes you cry as soon as it comes out.
Yeah. So starting off with Our Page, which is the title track. So this is a ballad tribute to Jonghyun. All the lyrics were written by the members.
Yep.
Basically as a tribute. Obviously the vocals are amazing in this song. Of course, the chorus gives me chills. In the music video was simple and effective. I think like the ending scene is probably one of the most beautifully shot things in a K-pop music video.
Yeah, that's what I picked for the screenshot. It's just them in the background, and then you see like the close up on the mic that's supposed to be there for Jonghyun. So,
they're walking up a like stage, and there's a bunch of hanging light bulbs that are all turquoise that start turning on. I just think it's really well lit and shot and everything. And then at the end, Onyu saying Sugo Hesa is probably the most heartbreaking thing I've ever heard.
It's
hard to talk about the song.
Yeah. So about the lyrics, like the lyrics are really good. They like directly talk about their experience as SHINee sort of thing. And in the credits it says that the lyrics are written by SHINee and Kenzie. I'm thinking that Kenzie probably did the chorus and that they did their own verses.
Because I mean, if you look at it, normally we don't take a look at the lyrics just because our enjoyment of K-pop music isn't necessarily beholden to like meaning or whatever, but this is definitely one of the exceptions, because if you look at the lyrics, it's very like, it's not even just like any sort of abstract sort of tribute to Jonghyun. They're literally like talking about like actual events and emotions and like actual like they're like putting like the date of like their debut and everything, and like it's just all these very personal sort of things. So I that definitely would make sense if they sort of just wrote each of their own verses for the music video or like the song. So like, going into the music video, just sort of an explanation of what I gathered from it. If you see like how it starts off is like I guess they're just all doing their own thing, like Minho's acting, Taemin's in like the gym because he's mad swole. Like Onyu's writing new music on like the computer. He's in
like,
VR,
dancing.
And then he's like in dancing. I don't know what the VR.
Yeah,
thing is.
He switches between playing VR games and dancing.
Yeah. But yeah, it sort of like, it's kind of seems like throwaway at the beginning, but as sort of the music video progresses, you sort of see that. I'd say the most striking image for me in the entire music video was that when they'd sort of do like, it'd just be a focus on each of the members and they're just standing still and just like it's
the world's continuing around them.
That's how it feels. That's how it feels when I mean, I don't know if any of you guys listening have lost a loved one or just have been in a really dark time and really hard to deal with time in your life, but that's how it feels. That somehow, like, everything keeps on moving, like you grow older, like you're in the same routine, but you sort of feel like emotionally and maybe physically stagnated, where you just feel like you're stuck. And I understand how that feels, and I can't imagine, like, I can't even begin to imagine just like the amounts of, like, I don't know, just emotions, I guess, in general, just like the amount of guilt they must feel. That's being someone that has attempted suicide multiple times. The one thing that just made me never want to go through with it is I could never fucking imagine putting that kind of, like, worry and anxiety and stress and, like, pain on another person, like my family, my friends, and I can't imagine the amount of grief and, like, the amount of guilt they must feel. Like, why the fuck wasn't I able to, you know, see this coming, or why wasn't I able to, I don't know, like, help him? And it's just the most, like, it's the worst feeling, and you just feel so helpless. And that's why I'd never, no matter how many times I was so hell-bent on doing it, that's the one thing that kept me from doing it, because I never want to put that much on somebody else. So I can't even begin to imagine the amount of pain that they must be going through. And the reason why I'm glad that they're doing this is because, like, and I am speaking as somebody that, like, my entire world, or I made my entire world stop, or just I ruined my life because of, like, really bad things. Like, this is healing, basically. This is therapeutic for them. Where basically, like, when I was going through a really, like, shitty breakup or whatever, the one thing everyone kept telling you to do was just, you know, like, keep yourself busy so that you're not dwelling on, like, the bad, or just the negative thoughts. And, you know, this is, like, the best way to sort of channel all of, like, what you're feeling into something that's beautiful. Like, honestly, this entire album is beautiful. The entire concept of it, the music, everything that came out of this is nothing short of beauty. And yeah, I'm definitely sure that I've heard that they insisted on, like, trying, like, getting through to, like, to make this album, because they know, like, how much it means to just, like, have this finished. And I'm sure Jonghyun wouldn't want them to sort of have their lives stagnate like they did in the music video just because he was gone. He would want them to continue, well, and making music, because that's the one thing that's brought them together. That's the one thing that they all loved. So yeah, again, that's why, yeah, I wouldn't, song-wise, I'd say, like, actually, the song-wise, I wouldn't put this as my favorite, but just the impact and just, like, what this song means, there's just, it's immeasurable, honestly. So it's hard not to get choked up when you're talking about this song, and because you can feel the amount of emotion that they put into this.
Yeah, it's like I almost couldn't put it in my favorites or, like, my top 10 list later on, because it's so hard to listen to.
Yeah.
It's just like, I can't, when I think of a favorite song, it's one I just want to listen to on repeat. And, like, this, I love this song so much, but it's not easy to listen to.
Yeah. I think for me, maybe I think it might actually be my actual favorite song, regardless of whatever meme we started in this episode.
Favorite song overall out of all three, or just this one?
Yeah, I think it might actually be. Like, when I think of a favorite song, for me,
Love was your favorite song.
I said that the previous 10 were my favorite song. Yeah. So, anyways, I think this one actually is, like, regardless of jokes, like, for me, when I think of a favorite song, it's whatever one, I guess, like, has the most impact on me, I guess. Like, that's why, like, when we did, like, my favorite song, like, our favorite songs, like, way back when, like, a lot of them were, like, very, like, sentimental or ballads and stuff. Like,
I feel you.
Like, I think that's also a reason why I like Epik High a lot, is because, like, they hit my emotions a lot. So
you like that emo rap?
Yeah, I guess I do.
I do too. I grew up listening to Linkin Park. So.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm
Nope.
good.
Okay, moving on to Tonight. This is more a piano focused, like R&B song. I thought the rapping is really good in the song, actually. This reminded me of a Taeyong song a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say either Big Bang or like an EXO type song.
Yeah, it's very similar sounding to like a Taeyong single. This is probably my favorite song on this EP. It's really hard to like I said with Art Page, it probably is my favorite song, but it's hard to listen to.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know if I want to call it my favorite. But yeah, I like this song a lot, and I love Taeyong singles, to be honest. I love a good R&B song from Taeyong. So hearing one from SHINee like this was good.
The piano line in particular kind of reminds me of the song "Baby Don't Cry" by EXO. Very similar. It's sort of like soft piano playing, and obviously I'd say the chorus goes in a bit of a different direction. But yeah, it's not necessarily a sound that you'd hear from SHINee all too often. But again, it's well executed.
For whatever reason, it reminded me of I don't remember what it was called. It was like the Hey song. It's a Hey song, and it goes like "Naru Bogo Isurka." I forgot the title.
Oh,
I always forget. Is it
know.
like?
Please leave it in the comments below.
Yeah, we saw it live. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember which songs Hayes did, but yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of the name
I know
either.
it's a Hayes song, and I know how it goes. So yeah. Anyways, it sounds like that to me a little bit. So yeah, I liked it. So
is it one of your favorite songs on the album?
Didn't know me.
Yeah, it's
right?
my favorite
Do
song.
do do do.
Didn't
That song,
know me?
right?
Yeah, that song.
Yeah, we saw that live. That was amazing.
Yeah.
It might be in the same key as it. That's why it's sort of a similar sort of vibe.
Next we have Retro, and I just made a bunch of comparisons to Taeyong, and the beginning of the song, Key sounds exactly like Taeyong in I Need a Girl. Like, the way he talks is the exact same way Taeyong opens I Need a Girl. Doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
It's the exact same, like, way of speaking. And it's both English lines, so that was funny. The song isn't like a Taeyong song, but that part, I was just like, this sounds like Taeyong's talking at the beginning of this song. But yeah, it's just like a really chill, like funky song. I really, really like the instrumentals in the song. This is the song that Andreas Ohlberg was talking about at his panel.
Yep.
That he said he produced for SHINee.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to hearing what this sounded like.
Yeah, and it definitely delivered. I mean, jazz brushes, stand-up bass. This song's made for me, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I knew
awesome.
when I heard this, I was like, this is Andrew's song.
Yeah. Andreas Ohlberg, again, like, the song's made for me, basically. Just really, really love, like, these type of songs definitely fit SHINee very well with the way they harmonize, so I'd like to see a bit more, because, I mean, they kind of go into this, like, jazzy type of vibe, and maybe they're more their Japanese music, because, like, Get the Treasure is probably more hype than this, but it definitely fit into more of that jazzy vibe, but yeah, I'm glad that they're still bringing it into the Korean music as well.
I like the rap a lot in the beginning with Key and Minho, like, kind of going back and forth a little bit. Yeah, that's what I liked about it.
Yep.
It's my favorite song in the
One
album.
of his favorite songs. Next is I Say, and this is a piano-focused SHINee ballad.
Yep.
It's a ballad. It's a really good ballad because it's SHINee, but nothing crazy.
I'd say musically, I'd put this over our page just because, like, the chorus is incredible. Again, just like the level of, like, vocals and harmony and everything. Just piano and string ballads, like, works so well with them. It's like the emotion that they sort of deliver in their voices just worked so well for me, despite it being a ballad.
Yeah.
For real, this is like a Taeyeon level ballad for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's a really, really good ballad.
Yep.
Damn, I'm gonna have to SM the ballad, man. How did that go?
Last time they came out with an album, it was fantastic.
It was.
Breathe, Set Me Free. That one song that Ye Sung did that I forgot the name of.
When did that come out? Like 2012?
It was like 2013 or something.
I was gonna say like 8 years ago.
They stopped doing it though. I don't know why. Because I mean, I guess they kind of replaced with.
It
SM
might have
Station.
not sold well or something. Who knows?
Yeah,
and Station kind of covers it. Yeah,
exactly. They do a lot of ballads on Station anyway. So.
It was 4 years ago. It says.
Oh,
2014. 2014.
Okay. And finally, we have. Wait, Jacob, you talked about the song, right? Are you done? Anything else?
Yeah, for the most part. It's a really, really good ballad, basically.
It's
the vocals are amazing.
Songs.
It's one of my favorite songs, and yeah, that's all you need to know.
Finally, we have one of Jacob's favorite songs.
No, this legitimately is, for obvious reason.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have Lock You Down, which is a special track. It's very much retro SHINee, and it's special. It has Jonghyun in it. So this was obviously produced a while ago. I think it's who produces one of the people that I don't know that's famous. Yeah, Stereotypes. That's right.
The people that did
a little song.
Say it. You have
Someone
to say it, Jacob, now.
I think it's 24 Karat Magic.
Yeah.
Is what
Yes, it was.
A little song called 24 Karat Magic.
24 Karat Magic. But yeah, so this was obviously produced a while ago, but it's really good. It's very much old school SHINee. I really like the minimalistic instrumentals. They did a really good job with that. Obviously this is a great song. Very nostalgic.
I love the. Oh god.
Oh, what I was gonna say is I love like after they do a oh.
Yeah. SHINee has really like fun and upbeat songs, but the thing I wanted to say was like I love how Stereotypes are like chameleons. Like when it comes to production, they're very good at tailoring sound and mood and taste. Sort of like they're very good at sort of not taking over the song too much whenever they produce.
Although they did say like in their interview about like how they with Genius about how they produce Bad Boy, they're like, yeah, SM basically tells us what they want and then we just make it for them.
That must be the easiest job or the hardest if SM really doesn't know what they want.
They're like, yeah, we got like this concept in mind. Can you make a song that sort of like fits this basically?
And I mean, like sort of retro vibes is what the Stereotypes are kind of known for, like besides it being a joke with like Bruno Mars or whatever, like the 90s R&B type of feel with Bad Boy or like this with like again SHINee I think like very much excels with this sort of like 80s almost disco or like 80s like pop
80s disco
like not 80s like 80s like pop-esque like type of stuff like kind of like how they did with like One of One, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad that I'm glad that SM keeps hiring or like asking them to do a lot of songs because again, I think they're easily one of the best like production teams. Just not just within
they're really
Kpop.
talented.
Yeah, like just in all of music at this point. So
yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah, I was actually I didn't know this was on the album, so I was really surprised to hear Jonghyun sing.
Yeah.
And this actually ended up being the song that made me tear up, not Our Page.
Not Our Page.
No, Our Page is where I lost it.
I was like, it just caught me off guard. So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was spoiled for me. So I thought it was going to make me tear up, but the song's just so like funky and fun that it didn't.
You can't.
For me, it was just because I was so happy, I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it at all. So,
but I mean, yeah, it's glad that they were able to include a song with him still on it. Because again, we're pretty sure that
I was hoping for it.
Yeah, a lot of this was just already like sitting in like the SM vault by the time that they were like, okay, it's time to make an album. So
yeah, I mean, I'm sure they had all the demos ready. They just needed to record after the guide track or whatever.
Yep. Okay, so ratings
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. So straight perfect score for all three. No surprise there. To be honest, like for me, these three albums together, even with the absence of Jonghyun, is probably my favorite SHINee like album. Like, this is like Holiday Night level for me. Like,
Yeah.
they got their 10th year anniversary album, and it's their best album.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I don't know, because
If you
SHINee
count all
has a
three together.
SHINee has a very good discography. I don't know if I can put it like at one immediately, but I love again.
Yeah, I'd have to think about it more, but I can definitely see it being
Same.
up there as probably number one, to be honest.
Yeah, I love the concept behind it, and I love that just the entire project, from like the art to the music to like the production to the video, like it's evident and clearly evident just like how much love that they put into this release. Like, they didn't want to fuck this up whatsoever, and they excelled. And I'm sure Jonghyun would be happy that they're releasing music still, and I hope that they continue to release music, and I hope that I hope that, again, like, he serves as this sort of like that catalyst to sort of keep going and not to give up writing on music, because writing music and releasing music is SHINee, because despite it being 10 years, and I know like after a certain point everyone's gonna want to break up or whatever, but I really hope that they do continue. Like, I hope this isn't the goodbye for SHINee, because I feel like there's still so much for them to tell, just in general, just like musically, and just I feel like it'd be good for them to definitely just like continue like touring and continue just like making music in his honor.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think they could have done a better job. Like, I think they did exactly what they needed to do. Yeah. Following everything that happened, like, just get back on the grindstone. Life goes on, but like, obviously in memoriam sort of thing. Still,
Yep.
I think
exactly.
I think it's the perfect, I guess, response or next step to what happened. So.
The one thing I'm glad is that it's this entire like 15 album track. It wasn't like a cry fest or whatever. It's like you celebrate him by doing like the music that you love doing. It's like this type of like really happy music. You have to, just like that's definitely the best way. Like, as much as I love it, like as much as I love indulging myself in like the emo-ness of music or whatever, but I feel like this is what they needed so much, just for them to just sort of heal and move on with their lives. So
Well, like, even our page, it's a ballad, but it's more of an uplifting one.
Yeah, it is definitely. Yeah, it's very uplifting.
Yeah, because and that's so important. Like, just the mentality that you have after like a huge tragedy, or just like losing a loved one. That's so vital. And I don't think I've ever been more proud of any group, honestly, or any group in the aftermath. Maybe with Ladies Code in the aftermath of Rise and Unbi, but this is definitely SHINee's. It's their shining moment, honestly, and again, I couldn't be more proud of them right now.
Yeah, and like you said, like, this could have been just like all ballads and sad and emo, but I think this is what their fans need too. They need to give their fans uplifting sounds and stuff that they like, to keep them going. So yeah, I think they did a great job with that too.
I hope we see them like either in the US or for
I really want to see them again.
I really want to see them like now.
I think they'll do a tour.
SHINee's in my top 10 groups that like I need to see before I die.
Yeah.
Like, SNSD's on that list, so hopefully when they get together again, I can see them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
dude, literally by that time I'll have a job and I'll be able to just like be like, all right, I'm gonna spend like $3,000. I'm gonna go to Korea. I'm gonna watch.
I was gonna say, are you gonna fly
home
to Korea or Asia for Tiffany's fan meetings?
Oh my god!
For some reason, she decided to do fan meetings in Asia after releasing
Taiwan.
a US single. What are you doing, Tiffany? Come on. Okay, let's move on.
Yep.
Topic 4. Yes. Which is something you guys have been waiting for us. It's a little late because we had plans before this.
With Kevin.
We probably would have done it, last week, but with Kevin. So, we're doing our top 10 songs of the year so far. Singles. So, caveats. This is singles, no B-sides, no album tracks. And And last year we did our top 5. This year we did top 10 because it was way too hard.
Next year we might have to do like top 15,
top 20.
General rule is anything. General rule is anything with a music video.
Yeah,
so that's what we did last year.
Yeah. Yep, and then obviously we're doing the first half, so anything that came out in the past week and a half is not allowed. So no Gugudan or Twice or
not that it'd be
anything.
On there anyways.
Not that hey,
Damn,
Twice might be on there for me.
You're really sour on that,
Gugudan
man.
No, I
I'm the one that
am
hates
angry.
all the Twice music.
I'm angry.
That's because he's obsessed with one type of Twice song in particular and doesn't want anything else.
Because basically for Jacob, anything that's not Heartshaker is
Heartshaker or that style. So what is love is fine.
5 out of 7, too much water. 5 out of 7, not Heartshaker.
Perfect 5 out of 7.
Okay, so we're starting with me. I'm just gonna run through my honorable mentions. I'll just get them out of the way. I have Infinite's Tell Me, Jonghyun's Shinin', Wikimiki's La La La, Uju Sonyo's Dreams Come True, NCT 127's Touch, Monsta X's Jealousy, Stray Kids District 9, Super Junior's Lo Siento, From Us 9's Dugun Dugun, and SHINee's R Page. So when I made my list, I had like 40 songs. I cut it down to 20 and then ranked the top 10 and kept 10 honorable mentions. So there's like 20 other songs that I don't even want to mention. Like,
I didn't cut down my honorable mentions.
Up there. Yeah. So there's like GI-DLE, and there's so many other stuff I didn't mention.
Yeah,
but all those things I thought of as well. But getting to my actual list, number 10 is ONF's Complete. The song came out of nowhere, and like we liked ONF's debut, and this is insanely good for a follow-up. The drop is so good.
Yeah, it's a really good SNSD cover.
Yeah,
it's not that complete. This one doesn't make you cry.
No, yeah.
I mean, it might make you cry just because the drop is so beautiful. But
it is. Like it's got the sexy sax section, and it's just such a great song.
Low key, ONF might be overtaking Oh My Girl as my favorite group from
WM.
Sorry, sorry. Oh My Girl's
there's
like
only two now.
That's my group.
184 is gone.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but I mean, Oh My Girl's my group, but damn, I just love the music that's coming out of that. I mean, besides Banana Allergy Monkey, but
God, that song's so
we don't
bad.
have to talk about that.
Okay, number 9 is NCTU's Baby Don't Stop. This was Ten and Taeyong. It was like basically a Taemin song with a super crazy choreo. And I don't know, just everything about the song is really, really good. Side note, did not expect my top 10 to be half boy groups, but it is.
Mine is like mine only has like one boy group, unfortunately.
No, mine is literally 50-50. It's 40-60
the girl group
now.
Stan Nate has half boy group songs in
I
his
know,
list. I'm surprised.
Nate, if you asked yourself 2 years ago how many boy groups you'd have in your top 10 of the year, how many do you think you would have said?
I would have said 1, and it would have been SHINee.
Yeah,
that would have been it because that's all I cared about. But it's 40-60 because I made a last minute change. It used to be 50-50. Infinite used to be my number 10. But I put something for my honorable mentions up. Number 8 is Uni.T's No More. I was looking forward to this group, watched the unit, and they came out with a debut song that wasn't a cute song, and I was very excited because we don't get this type of sexy, like classy, sexy song anymore.
Especially with like a member of Daya in there, which like they're allergic to sexy.
But to be honest, like the majority of the group fits it really well. A lot of them are older. They were in stuff like I mean, you have Woohee from Dalshabad and Hella Venus and then Weijin from Sunmu. Like they fit that style.
And Suji obviously fits it way better than like Really Girls Project, which is just like cute stuff all the time.
Yeah. Well, like the ARC, they were supposed to be a hip hop group.
Yeah. This song was amazing. Way better than I expected for their debut, so I was really happy. Number 7 is Chungha's Roller Coaster. We get our first IOI branch. If I remembered, I would have ran and grabbed my IOI light stick, because I obviously with for that, I finally remembered to buy batteries, so I can actually use my light sticks now. But I forgot to grab the IOI light stick from up there before we started. So, but yeah, Chungha's Roller Coaster, a great follow-up. We talked about it a lot this year. It's very, very, very good.
Haha, I see what you did there.
I honestly did not even do that on purpose.
Yeah, right.
I didn't even notice what it was.
I use very a lot, so like, yeah, that was not intentional. Number 6, we have SHINee's Good Evening. We talked about it part 1. It is my 3rd favorite song on the album, and it's my 6th favorite single this year. So that shows you how much I loved the albums that we just talked about. But yeah, I thought everything about the song was really good. Choreo, music, vocals, everything. So, number 6. Number 5, we have Goo Goo Dolls' The Boots. We finally got a sexy Goo Goo Dolls song, and it's really, really good, actually. I thought the music video was really cool.
The outfits, man.
The outfits are great. The choreo's amazing. Yeah, just everything was really good for that comeback. Coming off of Chococo was a complete 180 on concepts.
They were going
they did both of them really well.
Yeah, they were going crazy, out there, and they're doing kind of SNSD-esque, classy, sexy type of thing. So.
Yeah, it's like Run Double Run style.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's nice to see that they can do both really well. Number 4 is Dreamcatcher's You and I, the song I watched literally every live performance of.
Unfortunately, not actually in person, but
not in person, no. But on YouTube, I watched probably 40 videos of the song being performed. But yeah, everyone knows Dreamcatcher is probably my number 1 currently promoting girl group. That's not from Gen 2. That's current gen girl groups, because Epik is obviously still promoting. And SNSD, hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Technically, they're not disbanded.
They're not.
Yeah, right, though.
They're not disbanded.
But no, yeah. So, yeah.
All the members that left are still in the group.
Are still in the group, yeah. They will come back.
They can come back. They're allowed to.
Yeah, that's what they said about Kara, too.
Yeah, but it's not like Kara where they're we're still
left
together, just straight up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure After School is getting a comeback this year, too.
God.
Oh, yeah, yep. I'm looking forward to the After School comeback. Kahi's coming back and everything.
But yeah, Dreamcatcher, obviously, huge fan. I thought this comeback was really good. And I'm looking forward to more, even though they're not going to be doing rock stuff, maybe. Hopefully they still do.
Wait, what? They said they weren't?
Well, no, they said that album was the end of the Nightmare saga, and they're going to try a different...
What does that mean?
They're going to try a different concept. But they said concept, so it doesn't necessarily mean the music's going to be different.
I hope it's still
drum and bass
rock,
concept
because
album.
if they go back to Minx or whatever, I feel like
I don't think they're gonna go. I don't think they're gonna go back to that.
They're not.
If anything, they'll go to girl crush stuff, more hip or either hip hop or house or electronic
drum and bass
type stuff.
Every song is drum and bass.
Drum and bass, please.
Like Sleepwalking.
Yeah, Sleepwalking. Number 3 is SHINee's I Want You. Number 3 on my list, and it wasn't my favorite song on the album.
It's the favorite single.
It's my favorite single. But yeah, obviously Tropical House SHINee. They pulled it off way more than I thought they would. So obviously going to be very high on my list. Number 2, Red Velvet's Bad Boy. It's just such an insane song, and no one expected it from them, and they pulled it off insanely well. And I'm sure we're going to hear both Jacob and Andrew talk about it.
Yep.
Because it's definitely one of the best songs of the year by far. But for me, it was not number 1. Number 1 is Bingo Game by Momoland.
No, it's not.
No. Number 1 is Get It by Pristin V. I said it when it came out that it was my song of the year so far. And I don't think anything's past it. It's more when I just went back and listened to our IOI rankings from last year, because that's coming up next month. And both of Pristin's singles were number 1 and 2 for me, and Black Widow would have been up there if we included it, which technically I found out it was released as a single, so it's going to be included this year. But yeah, I think this would be above all 3 of those songs.
Your favorite song of all time.
We'll see when it's not my favorite song. It's not Way to Go.
Wait,
but
we'll see. Weren't you talking about how at their showcase they did a Pristin V version of Black Widow? Did they ever release? Do they have a studio version of that? Because I'd listen to that.
I don't think so. No.
God damn it! Get on that.
I don't know if they actually did change the music. It might have just been them doing 5-person choreo to the normal song.
I want a Pristin V version of it. God damn it! That's the best Pristin song.
But yeah, so this song, like, we don't get this type of song anymore from anyone. Like, you would never hear this type of song on American radio anymore. It's just like 90s R&B.
Yeah.
And
I love that that's a thing now in K-pop. It's a big thing now.
It's coming back, and I think they killed it. No pun intended.
They got it.
So they hit it,
killed it,
got it, killed it. Exactly. So yeah, that's my top 10. Like I said, there were probably 20 other songs that I considered for this list in honorable mentions, but we can't spend a million hours going over this topic, so I will pass it to Andrew. But are you doing your honorable mentions first, or are you gonna go into 10?
I'm doing that at the end, so go ahead. Okay. Go do your thing.
Well, no, introduce your first song.
All right. Like, you mean my number 10, right?
Or number 10, yeah.
Okay, this is my list.
I see what this is.
My list of top 10 songs of 2018 so far. Yeah, we were talking before the podcast started that there's not that much crossover on our list, surprisingly.
No, yeah. There's 1.5 song crossover for me. I have 1.5 song crossover with Andrew and 3 songs with Jacob. That's it.
0.5s will make sense in a bit. Number 10, Dreams Come True, Chinese version by Wuji Sonyo.
Wait, Nate, how many light sticks do you own? 5?
I own 5 now, and I will most likely end up getting Monsta X's at the concert. 6. So that'll be my 6th.
Okay.
I can turn it on now.
Yeah.
Actually, it's hard to tell, but it is their colors. It's blue. One of the rings is blue, and one of the rings is pink. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
We need an A-Pink concert so you can use the Panda Bong.
I know. They're the only group I think it's seen in Korea that I like.
Hey, who knows? We might see them in Korea next year. Then.
If they're promoting.
We'll see. Anyways, yeah, I picked the Chinese version specifically because I am hell bent on saying that every time they release a Chinese version of the single, it's way better than the Korean versions.
See, you guys don't know what it's like to ride with Andrew in the car.
I know.
And then the wrong version comes on the radio.
I know.
It's so
he played the Japanese version of GI-DLE, Jacob's favorite song.
That's not even the Japanese version of GI-DLE is superior to the.
No, only the MV is.
The music video is, the song is not, and we were not watching the music video.
I'm the world's number 1 GI-DLE fan, and that is wrong.
No, it's way better in Japanese, and I mean, which is, I don't know, I guess with, like I explained in my unpopular opinions thing, I guess I just prefer Ruju Sonyo's voices in Chinese, and I wanted to put this I wanted to put them on this list just in case I never get any WJSN songs with Chinese members anymore. Cause
we will.
Okay, are Weha and Starship they're good? They're good. They just hate Tencent now.
Yeah, Ueha's on Starship's side, but it's their fault that all this is happening.
Okay, but
because they're the ones who signed the contract with Tencent,
God damn it.
And it conflicts with their contract that they signed with Starship. But it sounds like they'd rather pull out of the Rocket Girls soundtrack than the Cosmic Girls soundtrack.
Don't take Sheng Shao away from me, please, for the love of God.
Poor Miki and SHINee were part of Rocket Girls and Cosmic Girls.
Oh man!
At least Cosmic Girls is a good name.
Yeah,
Rocket Girls is garbage.
But yeah, it's obviously
I cannot get this light stick back in its box.
This song was a return to form for them because like Happy, it was like a completely different direction for them, and I hated it because it just sounded like twice ripoff. But this is more of the stuff I love, like I Wish and like all of like the, I guess it's more Japanese style of music. That's why I like it. But if we were to rank IOIs just off of like IOI groups off the top of my head, I'd still probably put them up top there. So, yep.
We will in a month.
Number 9, Lady by EXID. So,
Yep.
Again,
The
EXID
cover of the Yubin song.
Yes. Oh my
Stop
god.
spoiling my
actually-
list. Stop spoiling my list. God damn it. Anyway.
Wait, what?
So, stop spoiling my list.
I wasn't a spoiler. I was just making a joke. You're the one who spoiled it. I didn't even realize that it was on your list.
Anyway.
I mean, it's obvious if you think about it, but...
EXID has just been killing it besides Dur 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 Dur. Even...
Come on, Dur 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 is a good song, man.
Like,
No,
as
it's
far
not.
like between like Night Rather Than Day and this are just easily. I was surprised that like basically Night Rather Than Day and Lady are just like two of my favorite, like possibly 1, 2 as like my favorite EXID songs. Surprisingly,
Come on, you liked Dur 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 live. Come on.
no,
Admit it.
I did not. I did not.
You didn't like
it live.
you tell me you didn't like the choreography.
I mean, yeah, but like they were covering
The
themselves
choreography's not the problem with the song.
it's the verse, it's the chorus,
The,
but
the verses are even
Dur,
fine.
dur, dur, dur.
yeah.
Just the chorus.
But this again, I like when EXID uses throwback concepts. Clearly, with how much I like Night Rather Than Day, so them doing just like a straight up New Jack Swing song, like everything from the visuals to the outfits, perfect. And I'm glad that they did this, and I kind of wish it would sort of leak more into K-pop. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be EXID again, but I'd love to see more K-pop groups tackle the New Jack Swing genre of music. So yeah, I'm glad this is sort of becoming a trend in K-pop. Number 8, Baby Don't Stop by NCT U, which is 10 in Taeyong. But
Yep.
it was very hard to pick which. It was between
The song.
it was between this and Boss. But oh man, I just
for
love.
me, it was this and Touch.
I don't like Touch as much, but
I
don't
love
know.
Touch.
but this is maybe it's just because it has 10 in it, but
Yeah.
like Leaps and Bounds, it's just like it's probably, if I'm like ranking NCTU songs, it's probably like right behind like 7 Cents. That's how good of a song this is, even though it's just 2 members.
I think this might be my favorite NCT song.
No,
Straight up as only 2 of the members.
yeah, it's crazy just how much command they have over the song, because you normally you wouldn't think that they'd be able to like pull it off as well as they do, just being 10 and Taeyong. But there's just so much talent within this group, and
Yeah.
I'm maybe spoiling our like review list. Like I feel like Taeyong's like added to like the bias record list at this point, just because I've finally just come around to like realizing how super talented he is in the group, and obviously 10's like one of my favorites easily. Like I love everything he does, so I'm just glad that he got to do more NCTU music, and I hope they don't keep him in the dungeon until NCT like Bada comes out.
NCT Bada.
Yeah, NCTC. Number 7 is Citizen Kane by Hyukoh. The first time I heard this song, I was completely in love with it. Just
Hong Kong taxi driver.
yeah, just super catchy. Like the chorus just goes incredibly hard, even for Hyukoh. Like they usually don't go like this heavy with their music, but and we get to see it live in a couple months, most importantly.
Ooh,
and also
so
it wasn't an Apple commercial. Come on, how big is that? Like Hyukoh of all K-pop groups or Korean music.
I hope they're showing it on TV a lot. I don't watch TV, so I have no idea.
I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, man, for them to show it in the final during the NBA finals, I was so happy seeing it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Number 6, Nekoya, Pick Me from Produce 48. So I'm kind of just preemptively putting this on the list, maybe because I mean, no,
Wait,
I'd say,
this is the Japanese version, isn't it?
oh no, not necessarily. It's the version I like is the Korean
mixed-
and Japanese, the mixture version, because I love
Yeah,
that concept
it's
so
kind
much.
of annoying
Okay,
that they
I'll allow
didn't
it.
put that
Yeah.
out. Like,
That
if you
needs to-
buy it on iTunes, you just get both versions.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the actual version you hear.
You have to
and no,
splice it
on
together.
M-Count.
you know, every time they're gonna perform Nekoya, it's going to be
gonna
the
be
Korean and Japanese version.
Yeah.
Whenever like
So
the
I don't
final
know
group.
why there's not a studio version of it.
Yeah, but still, it's easily my favorite of the pick-me's between all 3 seasons. It's just so well done, and I feel like I'd say I know Japanese songs are usually, or like J-pop groups are kind of like weak on vocals, but I just love the vocals so much on this entire track. And I'm kind of, what I mean by I'm preempting this is because I know that this song is going, when they play the piano version, like during the finale, I know this song is going to make me cry like a baby, so I'm already putting, it was the same way.
They play it in episode 4.
Yeah.
Oh shit, no.
They used it already, actually.
They used
it was in like episode 1 or 2.
Anytime
They used it
something happens.
Yes, that happens. I mean, same thing with Nayana, so.
Yeah, it happens episode 4, which I just watched. I was just like, stupid acoustic version.
Yeah. I mean, I put that on here too, but it's. I guess I'm just super hyped when it comes to Produce Free, as evidenced by us doing an entire podcast of it, which you should go watch because it's probably up by the time this is.
It will be
released.
out, assuming we follow our plan.
Yep. Number 5, Love Forever, featuring Grimes by Loona, YYXY.
Youth
by Young?
Yeah. I don't even remember what it
Youth,
was.
Youth by Young.
By Young.
By Young, okay.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Love's to love.
Yeah, it's basically
Favorite.
like that. So, I wasn't actually like high on this song when the first time I heard it, because again, we were just coming off of Olivia Hayes' song, and
Egoist.
it was just like, Egoist was so different.
So
and,
good.
Yeah. And then coming to this, I was like, oh, why is it so like cutesy? And I was just like, oh, I'm in love with this song now just because it's like, I love like anything with like chip tunes, and I feel like the choreography was so well done, and I'm glad that they're, again, I had my problems with the vocals, but I just feel like mainly it's Chu just carrying the song really hardcore, and it's awesome how they got like Grimes to be like a JYP in the intro of the track.
I hate it.
No, it's awesome.
I don't.
I need more Grimes.
Her voice
It's
is
creepy.
so grating.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of
hate
creepy. It's kind of creepy that like a 30-something-year-old woman sounds like an anime girl, but like it's just like super cutesy. But it fits the song so well. They couldn't have gotten anyone else to do that intro any better. And I hope this isn't the end of them collaborating with Grimes. I'd love to see them like do. I know they were talking about them doing her music, and then I'd like to see something with like her actually doing vocal features. So it's so cool. Like it's. How basically just Grimes was just a Loona fangirl, and then she got a feature on this. It's like that's the dream, basically.
She actually stands Loona.
Yeah, she stands Loona. She's in orbit.
She's in orbit.
Number 4, Lady by Yubin, or
The cover of the
EXID song. So, I mean, I'm probably the only crazy person that has this song this high up on their list when it comes to top 10 songs, but. Again, I don't need to explain how much I love city pop and future funk and just like all this old Japanese style music. So, of course, this is going to be on here. I still wish... I'm begging you, JYP, release the physical version of this. I need it. And no, release the version with the song that got canceled. I don't care if you get in trouble. I need to hear it. I don't care if it's just like a copy of Plastic Love. I'm in love with this concept, and I'm just so sad that Yubin's probably never going to do this again because JYP probably doesn't want to run into any like copyright issues or whatever. So, we need more of this in K-pop, please. Just more city pop. Number 3, La Ta Ta by GI-DLE. Again, another group that I didn't think that I'd be really like into, just because I maybe CLC being like a 4-minute clone was kind of just I guess kind of like soured me on Cube artists, but oh my god.
Yep. I need a comeback already.
I really did. Yeah, I really didn't expect it, but yeah, I need more music from GI-DLE. They are probably. It's probably between them and Stray Kids them and Stray Kids are probably going to get like Rookie of the Year. Yeah, it's between those two right now because
we'll just bend the categories and make male and female.
We already do that. We do that, so they'll both get one.
Amazing.
Yeah, they'll both get one.
Unless, well, I don't know, Loona.
Yeah,
You're not gonna give Loona Rookie of the Year.
That's
what a dilemma.
Do I give it to
cheating,
OT12?
kind of, but
oh no, I don't know. But the thing is, though, there's just like the amount of talent and like the amount of impact they had with one mini album. Is incredible.
Yeah.
Like this song is closing in on 40 million views already, and we're only 7 months through the year. And I mean, I don't want to draw too many comparisons to CLC, but CLC's. They've only gotten about 10 or 15 at the most, so I really feel bad for them. I know, and Cube is really bad at juggling multiple groups. So
Well,
well, I feel like
They're fucked.
Cube is not gonna treat CLC very well since they're kind of a lemon.
Oh man.
Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm just super happy with how GI-DLE came out, and they need more music like right now, because I can't. There's only so many times I can keep playing Lotta and like Maze over and over again. And no,
Yeah.
they need to come. They need to come here. They need to come here to the US, or we need to see them there.
yeah, so we can hear What's in Your House
I
live.
was
Yeah,
gonna
we need to
say.
hear What's in Your House live. Yeah.
Just like the SHINee stuff, like Lots of Ties. This is my third favorite song of the album after Maze and What's in Your House.
Yeah. Number 2, Bad Boy, English version. Red Velvet.
That's the 0.5.
So I had to put this on here. And
I
specifically
just
the English
consolidated
version.
both versions into one song.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't.
No, at this point, I think I might like the English version better than the original.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Because I mean, there's a good chance that those are probably the original like demo like lyric. Because you know how
Lyrics,
like they write a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
They write songs in English and then afterwards they sort of translate them into Korean.
Yep.
It just works so well with the song, and I'm so happy. Maybe it's just because seeing it live and the realization that they're singing in English just blew my
God.
mind.
That was so disorienting. Like I was like, what is
Well, yeah, because
happening
we were all
right
trying
now?
to sing along.
Well, no,
and then it was wrong.
I was recording it with my camera,
We're
and I
like,
had
what
to.
is going on?
I had to do my hardest not to scream. It's in English, like at the top of my lungs. I was so happy, and again, like the concert video got like 2 million views on Mnet's channel. So again, we need the studio version already. Come on,
Seriously, SM. Seriously,
don't hold this thing hostage, please.
they're not gonna give it to us. Let's be honest.
I know.
No, we're not getting it.
But yeah, I mean the
Like,
song
honestly,
itself.
They could release it in America, and I feel like it would.
No one would know. No one would know
Like,
they're a
be
K-pop
good.
group.
Yeah, well, like even just having the first verse in Korean and the rest in English, I feel like that'd be a good way to, I don't know, like drip K-pop into American radio. You know?
But like, I need the person that hacked into the SM vault and released the "Catch Me If You Can" version with Jessica.
Oh yeah.
To go back.
Please get on that.
Yeah, please release this to the world. The world deserves to hear the studio version.
I hope they didn't get fired yet.
They probably did.
Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah.
And number 1. I mean, this might not necessarily be my favorite song. I might put Bad Boy over it in terms of like favorite songs, but there's no way I could ignore putting this song at the top of the list. Boom Boom by Momoland. I mean, this song is literally took over the world, and it's, again, nobody expected Momoland of all groups to be like in the running for like Song of the Year or whatever at this point.
Really a dark horse when it comes to, I guess, like what you'd expect being a hit.
Yeah. You wouldn't. I mean, hey. I mean, when you look at like it being what do you call it? Who produced again?
Shin Sa-dong Tiger.
Shin Sa-dong Tiger.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's behind like all my favorite 4-minute songs.
Yeah, so
and
I mean,
he did a lot of Epik songs too, I think.
yeah. So there's a lot of firepower behind it, but
He did.
for it to come through Momoland was just a complete shock to us. And I remember watching this the first time. I was like, oh wow, Momoland did a really good concept, and it has like a million. It has like 1 million views. That was really like that was kind of a big thing back then. And now they just passed 200 million. So
Yeah.
this song is like the tour de force of K-pop for this year.
It's so weird too, because like before, like I would have called Momoland a middling group, like straight up. Like they weren't that popular at all. And now like they blew up.
This might be like maybe this is putting the cart before the horse a bit, or just maybe it's calling it too early. But we might be seeing the rise of female BTS right now. Like who would expect it to be Momoland of all groups, honestly? Because their international support is just so big right now, and it's clearly what carried them, as I said last week in the review. So
I think we'll see when they release a follow-up to BAM how good that does.
yeah, definitely. But
Because
yeah,
like twice regularly like hits these numbers, right?
yeah,
Momoland's only done
Twice
it
has
once
hit-
so
yeah.
far, so we need
Twice-
to see.
yeah.
We need
Twice
to see
just
what
got
happens
their
first.
5th or 6th music video with 200 million views. So.
yeah. But yeah, it's incredible to see just how far they've come from like tiny, like obscure sort of group to their label changing the name of their label to Momoland Entertainment. So
Basically.
yeah, that is my top 10. I guess I'll run through my honorable mentions really quick because there's a lot of them. Da 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 da. Shine by Pentagon, obviously.
Yeah, Shine was on my list.
That's like number 11. That barely made it onto the list. Diggin' Diggin' by Fremis 9. Lo Siento, Super Junior. Don't by Loco and Huaso, the song that they did together on, I forget the name of that show, but it was incredible. And it destroyed the charts, or Korean
I don't remember
charts.
what the show was called either.
Boots by Gugudan. District 9 by Stray Kids. Complete by ONF. Selfish featuring Solgi by Moonbyul, aka the best collaboration of the year.
You guys
Jenga
keep
by-
bloating my honorable mentions.
Jenga by Hayes, Paint Me by Mamamoo, Love Scenario by Icon, which is, I would not have said that a year ago that I would have a favorite Icon song.
I mean, I liked their like debut albums, those two they put out, but yeah,
I only
like the
a few
Bling
songs
Bling
from
and
them.
whatever the other one was. I hated that song.
Yeah, like I went away from them a lot, but man, Love Scenario it's a hit, definitely. New Heroes by 10, Jealousy by Monsta X, Dive by Jooyoung, a R&B artist, Is Who by Minso, Something New by Taeya, and I Want You Back by Twice. Yes, one of my favorite Twice songs is a cover of a
cover,
an actual cover, an actual cover,
yeah.
An actual cover. Hashtag Cookie Jar by Red Velvet and Easy by Win. All right, Jacob, go for it.
All right, so I guess I'll do my honorable mentions first. I'll just rapid fire them. District 9, Stray Kids, Mirror, Stray Kids, Momom, Ohyuk, and Sifika.
Oh, I forgot to put that on there. That's an amazing song.
Boss, NCTU, Tux, NCT 127, Baby Don't Stop, NCTU, Lady, EXID, Paint Me, Mamamoo, Starry Night, Mamamoo, Good Evening, SHINee, Epik, SHINee, Shoot Me, Day 6, Is Who, Minso, Hashtag Cookie Jar, Red Velvet, Over My Skin, Tiffany Young, Love Forever, Loona at YYXY.
Didn't Over My Skin come out in July?
I don't think so. I think it was June.
No.
I looked on the releases spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
It was
I'm Your
June
Girl by
27th,
Khan. Get It, Pristin V, No More, Uni.T, The Boots, Gugudan, Shine, Pentagon. Those two Andrew mentioned, and I was like, oh, I missed those. All right, so going to number 10 is La Ta Ta by GI-DLE. Originally, I had SHINee's Good Evening here, but then I saw that Andrew had La Ta Ta. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot. I can't believe I forgot this song. So I had to kick SHINee off, even though I love that song.
Yeah.
Good Evening would be number 11 if we went that far. So next we have Lo Siento with Leslie Grace by Super Junior. This song is constantly in my playlist. I like both versions actually.
No, yeah, I did too.
I did too. I downloaded the card version, so I have it. I just like, I need to buy the full album eventually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like this. It was amazing seeing Leslie Grace perform it with them live at KCON. I was not expecting that, but like when we heard that she appeared with them on TV, we're like, oh my god, she's gonna be at KCON. And then she came. So that was really cool. Also, another thing is it's pretty interesting that it's like a song that's in Korean, Spanish, and English.
Yep.
Yeah, just like like a mush of different languages, and it's charting on like Latin charts too. So
yeah. All right, so next at number 8, Something New by Taeyeon. Still not over the bass line in the song. It's so freaking sick. Like
it is.
Oh, I love it.
You're the only one that put like you're the only one that put any SNSD members on top 10.
What can I say? I'm the biggest Soshi fan here.
No, get out. You haven't even seen them live.
You haven't seen them live. Fault. You don't own all their albums.
I mean, I don't know all their albums, but
I'm too poor for that. All right, so next is Roller Coaster by Chungha. So this song, I like legitimately, like when it came out, it was like Heart Shaker, where I literally just played it over and over and over and over and over. So yeah, I don't even know how many times I listened to that song. I think like 80 times or something. But yeah, so next, speaking of it, What Is Love by Twice is my number 6.
Heart Shaker 2.
Yep, Heart Shaker Part 2, which is exactly what I want. And apparently
you wanted
I listened...
Heart Shaker Part 3, and didn't get it.
You didn't get Heart Shaker Part 3.
I listened to the song 71 times apparently.
You got Knock Knock Part 2 with Dance the Night Away, basically.
Yeah,
no,
more like I got a
new
half-assed tropical house song.
Damn,
whatever.
you hate it so much.
No, I don't hate it.
Good.
I'm just really I like the song. I'm just really disappointed.
Also, easily their best choreo.
Yeah, I like the choreo on that song. But yeah, anyways, moving on. Number 5 is Heroin by Sunmi, which, did you guys even mention that in your honorable mentions?
No, I forgot.
She got cut. I told you. I cut 20 songs off my honorable mentions. I remembered.
Inexcusable. Sunmi is a goddess, man. A goddess. Have you seen the fan cam? Have you seen it?
Yes, we've seen it.
Yes,
You've sent it to us
cam.
like probably every 3 or 4 months.
You've talked about the fan
you
cam on
send
like
it.
5 different episodes.
It's so good. Look up the fan cam where Sunmi is wearing like the white dress during Why So Lonely. You'll thank me. Anyways, number 4 is this one's brand new.
Wow.
Sleeping Beauty
What?
by Epik and End of the World.
What? That's already on the list. It
Yeah,
came
dude,
out like last week.
I really like that song a lot. I've been listening to it a lot so far. It could be recency bias, but yeah, I really
I
enjoy
felt
this
that
song.
way too with some of my picks. I was like,
I
don't
tried
know
to
if
avoid
this is-
recency bias, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Epik, so who cares, anyways?
Yeah, it's the only Epik High song, so you can't go with a top 10, a Jacob top 10 without Epik High.
Yep, exactly. Speaking of a song that has to be on my top 10, number 3, Citizen Kane by Hyukoh. I love this song so much. Again, constantly in my rotation since it came out. So good. One thing that was annoying though is they released as a single and then is also on the album, but they have the same album art as on the single as the album.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
really?
that's annoying. So I just deleted the old one.
Yeah.
So yeah, amazing song. The entire thing's in English, right?
Yep, I think so.
So that's always appreciated, I think. But yeah, super good rock song. So yeah, number 2 is speaking of oh my god.
This isn't number
spamming.
1. This isn't number 1. What?
No, this is number 2. But speaking of oh my god, spamming this song, this song came out like a month ago.
You didn't say the name of the song.
Okay, yeah, I know, but did it come out like a month ago?
Our audio listeners
2
are going
months?
to be like, what the hell is he talking about?
Travel by Bolpagan Sakchungi. Travel. It's just
Like a board.
I love the song
board.
so much. Yeah, fly like a board. Come on, it's just so good.
My favorite part.
I listened to it 76 times already.
I have.
And it only came out like a
Within
couple
reach.
months ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
it's
is
already my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's my 10th most listened to song on iTunes already.
You madman.
The album is not within reach, otherwise I would show it. But
So from here, moving on to a song that I listened to twice as much as that song.
Really? I thought I thought Travel was the thing.
Total I did. I did.
Okay.
So number 1 is Bad Boy by Red Velvet. So the Korean version I
the
listened
only
to.
song that's on all 3 of our lists.
Yep, that's the
Yes.
only one. I think that should take an indication as to
it's
what's
so
our
good.
favorite girl group. Or,
It's so
or
good.
one of our favorite girl
It's
groups.
definitely the heaviest contender for song of the year, I think.
Oh yeah.
So Bad Boy, I listened to 86 times the Korean version, and then ever since then I've been listening to the English version that I ripped off the internet, and I listened to that 55 times already. So effectively, I've listened to Bad Boy 141 times, which makes it my 3rd most listened to song.
What I just do is I skip to the part of the video like right before Yeri starts speaking in English, and I wait for the audible scream that people have when they realize that it's like in English. It's so funny that you can, because you can rarely you can hear like the crowd noise and like when you see live performances, but with this there's an audible like gasp or like there's an audible
everyone's
like emotion.
Like, what?
Everyone was just completely like, it is the literal definition of shook. Like everyone was so shocked when they started speaking English.
But yeah, for real, like this song is in heart shaker territory for how many times I listened to it. So yeah.
It might be the best Red Velvet song, and that's saying a lot because
It's the heart shaker of 2018, even though it came
I
out
don't
only like a
know.
month later.
It doesn't have Solgi making animal noises, so it can't be the best.
it's not
song.
Zoo. It's not Zoo.
That's such an unpopular opinion.
But it has
I feel
Sulgi saying that she can
What?
make
Zoo being the
good?
best Red Velvet song.
Can we
Oh, definitely. People hate Zoo. And
Can we?
I like
I
Zoo.
love it.
I
I
mean,
like it. I don't think people hate it. People
hated
think
it
it's
at
weird
first.
as fuck, which
Yeah,
it
no.
is.
I hated it at first because it was very weird. But oh man, I've come around to love it.
Oh, I
But
love it.
Can we put I Know How to Make the Devil Cry as part of our like best English lines of the year?
Oh,
Freaking
yes.
Sulgi, man.
yes.
Oh,
Indeed.
that's easily the best line in the entire
That's a
song.
line that'll pierce you right through the heart.
Yep.
Ugh.
Shot through the heart.
You're too late. You gave love a bad name. Yes.
Hey,
Cover of
I'm
the
the
Twice
only
song?
I'm the only
No,
one that
yeah,
can
yeah,
do
no,
Bon Jovi references. I'm the actual. You know.
We'll just no, never mind. I'm just not gonna talk about it.
You guys just.
Apparently, apparently when I was in elementary school, I remember a teacher of mine telling me about how like somebody they knew lived in like Bon Jovi's parents' house or something. I don't know. That's but people in New Jersey, people like measure their like. Are the things that people like to brag about is how they know how they have some connection to either Bruce Springsteen or Bon Jovi because that's all we have. That's all we have. There's nothing else good about New Jersey. Just those two basically.
I mean,
Nate's
we
got
only have
Eminem in Detroit.
Eminem and Kid Rock,
Kid Rock. I
but
forgot.
that's just modern. If you go
Yeah.
back further, we got lots of people.
Yeah,
we got
like, you have
Motown.
Motown, man.
So
I don't know,
All
not
right.
like upstate New York, but
Well, New York's got tons of stuff.
it's just not
yeah,
your part of New
that's
York.
cheating.
Yeah, just not my
yeah.
my part of New York exactly. Anyways, with that, we've tell us how our lists are complete trash, and join our Discord and tell us what your favorite top 10s were.
Yeah,
And how
I'm definitely.
SHINee's 800 out of 800.
Yes,
But definitely, I'm interested to hear what people's top 10 lists are so far. Obviously,
Yeah, definitely.
it's almost 100% guaranteed that this list is going to look completely different by like December because there's so much music
yeah,
that's still
definitely.
gonna
Yeah,
come
there's
out.
already been changes for me because like Gugudan Semina is so good.
Yeah,
still got
there's
6
so
months
much.
left, like,
yeah, there's so much
Yeah.
left in the year, and just
We had
again,
Card.
it's like
Card.
2017. It's like 2017 where there's just
Yeah,
so much
yeah.
good music we can barely narrow it down to 10. So
Yeah.
before I
exactly.
forget, we will be adding in the description a link to all of playlists of all of our top 10s, both in YouTube and on Spotify, so you can listen to it whenever you want.
Yep.
So yeah, look forward to that.
And in a month or so, we're gonna do our IOI ranking again.
yes.
So that'll be fun because last year we had 15
IOI State of the
songs.
Union.
Last year we had 15 songs. We're gonna have like 40 songs this time. Because literally right after we made the list last year, Daya released like 4 singles.
God
So,
damn it, Daya.
It's gonna be a fun
I
one
mean,
to
like,
rank all
spoiler
of them.
alert, like half of Daya's like discography is going to be at the bottom,
But
so I'm sorry.
The cover of the Red Velvet song "Look" will not be.
Yep.
Because that song's really good.
Yep. Anyways.
You mean Low Oak?
Yeah.
Look, yeah.
Look. Exactly.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Do we have anything on the
Mucho
horizon?
lit.
Why are you going straight to Mucho Lit, man? We still haven't done like what's our
Oh my god, that was great. No,
Mercy.
just still filming collection video. It's gonna take a while, so it's a
well
lot of filming and a lot.
Produce
and then I'm gonna have to edit it.
Cast episode 1 should
Oh,
be
yeah.
up by now.
Produce Cast episode 1 will be up.
Episode 2 should be out the following week because that's when ideally
No.
when PD4
Well, yeah, no, yeah,
PD48
episode 5 will
sub
come on
yeah
next week.
yeah the sub
yeah.
should be out by the following week. So look forward to that. Nate and I
Assuming
are
we could find time to edit and stuff.
Nate and I are going to separate Monster X concerts.
Yep, I'll be seeing Monster X the day after this comes out. I'll be seeing it Friday.
Yep,
Then
and
Andrew
I'm
sees them Sunday.
And I'm going to be seeing them in Newark. I think Victoria's still going, so I'll run into her again.
I'm
is
driving
off.
to Chicago.
Good luck.
6-hour drive.
Good
to see
luck.
Monster X, and then a 6-hour drive home the next day.
Jacob's saving for Korea still, so he can't go to all the
Yep.
concerts. But you're
Yep.
seeing Hyukoh in a few months with me, so it's all good.
Hyukoh, just like the timing was just good enough
Yeah,
that it was
thank God.
it's on a Friday, so I can just like skip one class and drive down. So yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for everything that's on the horizon. So I'll get to KCON eventually. Eventually.
Hashtag soon TM.
Yep.
Yeah. Just like that, I don't even remember what vlog you were working on anymore. The Rose?
The Rose.
Astro,
That'll come out soon.
One of those.
One will come out soon, TM.
Soon, TM. All right.
Annyeong.
Thank you and goodbye.
Jungin, you did well.
Yes.
I tried looking into the lyrics just to see if there's anything more about the song, and I actually came out with some interesting things. So I thought that Daisy's rap part makes even less sense with the lyrics, because it was just the most generic like love stuff.